Joseph the Dreamer. Jacob loved Joseph more than his other sons, and he made a striped coat for Joseph. When his brothers saw it, they hated Joseph for it. One night Joseph had a dream. He told it to his brothers. "We were binding sheaves of wheat in the field. My sheaves stood up, while your sheaves bowed down to mine." His brothers now hated him even more. One day Joseph came to his brothers, who took off his coat and threw him into a pit. Then they saw a caravan coming, so they sold Joseph to the caravan, and it took him to Egypt. The brothers took Joseph's coat, dipped it in blood, brought it back to their father, and said, "We found this." Joseph cried, "An animal must have eaten him," and he mourned for Joseph for many days. Joseph's Egyptian master put him into prison. Meanwhile, the Pharaoh of Egypt was angry with his butler and baker, and put them in prison too. One night they both dreamed. The butler said to Joseph, "In my dream, there was a vine with 3 branches that brought forth grapes. I took the grapes and squeezed them into Pharaoh's cup." Joseph said, "In 3 days, Pharaoh will release you and give you back your job." 2 years passed, and Pharaoh himself dreamed. In one dream, 7 thin cows ate 7 fat cows, and then in the next dream, 7 thin tall stalks of grain ate 7 fat stalks of grain. Pharaoh was worried and sent for magicians and wise men, but they couldn't tell him what his dream meant. Pharaoh brought Joseph from the prison, saying, "I have heard you can tell me what my dreams mean." Pharaoh told him the dreams, and Joseph replied, 7 years of plenty are coming, followed by 7 years with no food. Let the Egyptians gather food and store it for the hungry years that will come." Pharaoh said to Joseph, "You shall take charge of my house." Joseph stored much grain, and the 7 years of hunger came as he said they would. Joseph's brothers went to buy grain from Egypt, for they were also hungry. Joseph recognized them, but they did not know him. Joseph said to his helper, "Fill the men's sacks with food and money, and put my silver cup and the payment for the grain in the bag of the youngest." The next day the brothers set off, and Joseph said to his helper, "Follow them, and when you find them, say, 'Why are you mean to me when I was kind to you? Whoever stole my cup will be my slave.'" The cup was found in Benjamin's sack. Judah and his brothers came to Joseph and bowed down before him. Judah said, "When I return to my father and Benjamin is not with us, he will die. Let me remain instead." Joseph cried and made himself known to his brothers. The brothers went to their father and told him, "Joseph is alive." Jacob fainted at the news, and afterwards he set out for Egypt, along with his family, to see his son Joseph again.